Here I came up with another strong Leona build. I played this game in Diamond 1 Master Plus. Simply said, I went for press the attack, font of life, unflinching. You can also go hex flash second if you want to have a hex flash, but since they had so much CC I went for unflinching and font of life, really good runes. Also important thing, I have PTA, right? And why PTA and not anything else? PTA is an extremely aggressive rune. It gives 8% bonus damage from all sources except true damage, right? You don't deal more true damage because PTA, but you have an upfront bonus 40 damage as well, right? This rune can provide the most damage out of every rune that you can get on Leona, right? And it also amps the damage of an ally champion. And what does this mean? So here's the thing, Leona procs this PTA extremely fast, right? So she is in auto attacks, Qs, auto attacks again, and here's the thing, Leona's Q is actually gives you 2 auto resets, not only 1. It's written on the fandom that this effectively performs a second auto attack reset because her Q is not programmed the same way as other auto attack reset uncancelable windups are programmed. It's written that Shield of Daybreak attack does not put Leona's basic attacks on cooldown. This is unlike other empowered attacks, including those which similar to Shield of Daybreak use a more unconventional spell cast rather than an attack override, which means you get like 2 auto resets, right? That's why you can get wards out so easily with Leona, right? And now the other thing, passive got buffed. I think next patch it's gonna get buffed actually, right? Yeah, next patch it's gonna get buffed, which will be even better. I think there was some Leona buff on PB, but I think it never came to live servers, something like that. Passive definitely deals a decent amount of damage, right? Which you can reapply with multiple abilities. And then there is like the PTA, right? So PTA can give you 12%, at max 12% damage, and you deal in between 40 and 180 damage, and it has only like a 6 seconds cooldown, which is actually not much compared to like electrocute or other alternatives such as aftershock, right? So the cooldown is almost non-existent, right? And you can reapply it extremely fast, so it's a great DPS rune for you and for your carry, right? And if you add the 12% with the 9% from Even Shroud, you're gonna get 21% bonus damage into a target, which you can proc really quickly, right? Which means that you're gonna have an upfront damage from the PTA, of course, use your abilities, and everybody will deal 21% bonus damage to the enemy champion, like at max, right? Like maximum 21% bonus damage, right? And what does that mean? If they have a weak frontline, like they have a Yonias or something like that, if you ever proc PTA on them, you proc your Even Shroud, they are shredded in no time. Like frontline, like as you are a strong frontline champion with your W max, even if you don't have Aftershock as Leona. And here's the thing, this 21% allows your carries to deal shit ton of damage, because let's say someone got to someone you applied the 21% bonus damage, right? To an enemy champion, right? Say Ash, I'm gonna type A, right? And 5 people in your team deal 21% bonus damage, which means that she's gonna be shredded in no time, right? This allows people to one-shot. This disallows like frontliners to function because of the burst damage you provide to you and to your carries, and also your passive can deal a decent chunk of damage as well, right? So this deals shit ton of damage. It's especially good if you pair it with burst damage champions like Samira, right? So in this matchup you don't necessarily need Aftershock. It's realistically an easy matchup if you know how to play it. Sometimes you gotta predict with your E, of course, but here's the thing. Aftershock is often an overkill, because when you proc Aftershock and your W is on, people are not even attacking you, you know? People are not even attacking you, that's the thing, right? Now I know it forces people to not attack you, right? But it just feels to be overkill with your W. Like often you don't need it, and you should like aim to get like a more aggressive setup, from my opinion, than just going for your Aftershock every game, right? That's my opinion. And I've been playing it, this is not the first game, I think I've been playing it 2-3 games in like Master, Diamond 1 MMR, and I can say it's good, especially in lower ranks. Like most of the players are playing in lower ranks, right? And it will work even better because it just deals such an immense amount of damage, it will surprise people actually. Okay. So now the game started, our players denied the boxes from Shaco, which means generally his clear will be slower, and we also know he probably starts topside because he plays down his boxes there. He's topside, so we know right now we are weak-sided, right? Right now we are weak-sided. I also have like exhaust on Leona, even if they have Jinx, because I don't have glacial augment, which will help us to run her down more easily, of course. It's really important to have it. Okay. And in here we are level 1 cheesing, of course, and they didn't expect it because Braum's level 1 is quite strong, but Braum's level 1 with Guardian is never as strong as the level 1 of Leona's with PTA, because there is like a huge difference between Qs, right? He has it every 10 seconds, I have it 5 seconds. My passive deals 32 damage, his passive deals like 26 plus 5 per auto attacks. So in general, like if we ambush them and we are the ones that are initiating first and not they are, then we're gonna generally kill them faster, look. So in here I auto Q, auto again proc PTA, half of her HP is gone, and I exhaust her so she can't really get a good flash angle. And now we both flash after her. And I try to leave it to Samira and she picks it up, right? It's really good she picks it up, otherwise I would kill her, but she flashed after her. I would say it wasn't necessary, but if she wants it, right? Now she uses her potion, of course, and watch out what we do. We don't turbo shove, we are slow pushing, right? So we are lane dominant, we're gonna get level 2 faster than Jinx does, right? Which means that she will be in trouble because she has no flash, no exhaust, right? So if I ever get on top of her, she's just dead. She's just dead. Okay. Okay. In there I was tanking for a minion so Braum doesn't get so last hit with his Q. And we're just slow pushing, we are chilling, we know Shaco is patting towards us. We're just slow pushing in here, you know. And in here we are stepping up a bit more aggressively because we're gonna get level 2 soon, right? And in here I had like a slight mistake. I should then walk all the way up forwards and maybe I could then sneak a Neon Jinx. But I accidentally moved backwards when we were about to get level 2. So that was like a slight mistake on my part. Maybe I could then sneak in AE because she thinks I'm level 1. But maybe she would just back off, who knows, right? So in there maybe I could then just walk for... Oh wait, I don't get... Now I get it. Okay, never mind. I miscalculated it a bit. Right? And in here I don't care if Braum is here, Braum is level 2, no. It's not about Braum, right? We could even focus Braum, but no. I see an E opportunity now. This would be normally bad because Samira is out of position. She didn't move forward, right? Some people may gonna say, well, this is a really bad thing. I did in here, but look. I Q, auto, Q, PTA, right? Which took 230 of her HP. Now, Samira couldn't follow me up in time because Braum's E, Braum's presence, of course, he was out of position. But I still take it as a good trade because look, after I pulled off 3 auto attacks, proc PTA, she's still stunned, right? Which means she couldn't trade backwards, and now since she's level 1 she can't really punish me. Because Samira commits, right? Samira gets to commit. I think she didn't E on the Jinx, she E'd on Braum. And now Samira gets in, right? And I don't get punished for that because Samira commits as well, and Jinx can't trade back because Jinx would be dead to the Samira, right? So Jinx has to walk away. There's actually no punishment. In there I got punished a bit, but... I mean Samira got actually punished a bit, but Braum got punished too. And in here now we know Shaco is here. I'm gonna even reveal it. He is bot side right now, we don't know exactly where he is. He could then also skip these wolves and instantly gank us. So we have to play a bit more defensively. The problem is I don't have my bard. So Samira should ban bard in here, but it could be risky because he could be just here anytime soon. So he just backed off basically. Okay. The only problem is like Samira does not have 3 potions like Longsword and 3 potions. Like you shouldn't go for like this build because with 3 Longsword 3 pots he would heal more. And he doesn't really need... Against Jinx you don't need that extra 80 HP, Omnivem doesn't even heal you enough early on. You need... like you don't necessarily need that HP against Jinx, like you just smash her, you know. You need more healing, you need better scaling with Longsword, right? Then she wouldn't... like she wouldn't beat this low HP with 2 extra pots. Okay. And now this is a bit awkward, they are slowly pushing into us. I stay in lane because I have mana, I have my mana of course. I have HP, so I'm just soaking as much XP as I can. I can't step up because of Braum's Q passive, right? They just run me down. Jinx W, right? So now I'm just simply rotating for the Scuttle Scrub because Garen has also priority, right? And they are not rotating, like it doesn't seem like to me that they are rotating, right? So because they are not moving, I'm not afraid they're gonna collapse on us. But even if they are collapsing, we can just move forward, right? So we can get out of the situation since they weren't rotating in time. So now we are just getting this Scuttle Scrub out of the way. So I was a little bit slow to queue it, but I was still assisting this guy to get this, because Shaco could be around, and if Shaco tries to collapse on her with no flash, he would be most likely dead to us, right? So Shaco does not get to steal it with his Q and smite, right? Okay. Yeah, the Shaco is here. Okay. And in here I can't go downwards. The reason for that is Braum could cover upwards. Shaco could collapse on me, so I would be most likely dead because I don't have flash. So I take the safe way and I walk the other way down, right? Very nice here. She's trying to force a gank, but most likely right now they're gone. Maybe they're bush hugging, you know. We don't know. So now I'm just soaking, basically I'm just soaking these minions, right? Getting my level 3 of course, and right now we can even all in the Braum honestly at level 3. We don't have to all in the Jinx, because Jinx can't do much about it. Okay. We are slow pushing again, no reason to force, no reason to shove, there is no Drake yet. We can roam on the guy, on the Victor, because Garen has literally no gank setup, he's full HP. Drake is not up yet, right? Shaco is topside. There is no reason for us to shove. We are just slow pushing, we are last hitting. We are allowing the minions to kill as many minions as possible before they get under the enemy towers, because right now Jinx is not really allowed to step up, right? Okay. Braum is moving upwards, right? So now we can see Jinx could be around, right? Even if he's out of vision range, she could show up anytime soon, right? She could be in this bush as well, right? She could be around, most likely, right? And now look what I do. So the minion is getting low HP, right? And now I stay in front of the minions because Jinx could show up and just clip it with her W, right? You want to deny that minion, you want to deny the gold from it. Even if she gets the XP, just deny the gold from it. It matters a lot. Because it's not the same if Jinx comes back with Berserker Glyphs with 100 gold, right? Or with Noonquiver at 1300 gold, right? So if you deny it, it's less likely she's gonna get an item spike before the Drake fight, right? Which means a lot, because not this patch, but next patch it matters more to deny minions, because if they don't get to up to certain item spikes, it's less likely they can contest the Drake, right? And I just sit here, because she could show up anytime, so I just sit here, get the cannon for ourselves, right, blast it, and I will tank her W, if she Ws, right? So just because I position like this, she's not even trying to W. Right? She was around, as I said, like she could just step up and W it, and the reason why she wasn't stepping up, because as I said before, that I was like positioning in front of the cannon. Now we know Shaco is topside, so we are allowed again to play aggressively because we are lane dominant right now, right? Now the only thing you should take into consideration, Jinx moves faster than I do because she has boots. I didn't recall yet for my own boots. She has 15 more movement speed, which means I can't run in front of her and E her because she has more speed, so she can walk away, right? So there is no reason to overly force that, right? Okay. And now I try to zone, right? So the reason why I step up, she's not allowed to last hit because I E on her, right? So she needs to use her abilities, her ranged Q, her W, right? She needs to use mana, you know, like even if she last hits, she needs to use her mana. Braum needs to Q. We don't want to let her to get free auto attacks with her minigun, right? That does not cost her anything. So in here I'm not in vision. The reason why I'm not in vision, the reason why I don't hover this side, I hover the bush because they don't see me, so they don't know where to throw their skill shots to poke me, right? So that's like one of the reasons you should hug bushes as a melee champ, or in general, right? Okay. So now Shaco could be bot side, because Drake is here. Shen has a freeze, right? He cleared already his top side because he was top side. Mid is not gankable, or he's kinda gankable actually, but he's under tower at the same time, so it's I guess it's like a possibility, right? It's like a possibility to definitely it's a possibility to gank him. And I just wanna go back a tiny bit back. So in here we were all inning the Brown. We didn't all in the Jinx, because Jinx was positioning backwards, and lots of Brown players, lots of tank players are too confident. They think they cannot be all in. But if you guys watch out, he has no he has no aftershock, right? And he can just protect himself really well against our all in. So look what we do. I E in because he tries to last hit, and he thinks he's Brown and he's safe enough, right? He's not. He's not. I have PTA. We have a lot of damage right now, right? He's not that safe, right? I E in. I was a bit late on E-ing in, sadly. And I cancelled my auto there. I kinda choked, but we took half of his HP down. More than half actually, right? And I have refillable potions, right? Or normal potions actually. Which means I'm gonna heal it back, right? And we took a lot of and we took his exhaust out. So that's why he didn't take more damage, because he exhausted our Samira, which reduces her damage by 40%. But now that Braum has no exhaust, for them it's way harder to contest Drake, because we have exhaust, and also they are weaker in general, right? So now they can't do much if we are all in, because exhaust would be like one of their ways to get out. And now I step up by pressure instead of in case, I mean, they are trying to hold the wave. So they won't do it. Look. Just like that, just like that. I'm pressuring with my body in here. I'm pinging Drake because we are dominant on bot lane. Shaco is really weak with his Dark Harvest right now. He has no kills. He's way weaker than Diana. If we destroy his box, he's basically useless without 6. If he goes AP, Dark Harvest is really weak early on compared to Conqueror, like really weak. Same as their bot laners are weaker. So soon we are looking to force this Drake down. Especially with the current information that she has no exhaust, not Braum. Jinx has no exhaust. I think I said accidentally Braum has no exhaust. And I placed the ward, look. So this is most likely the place where Shaco will try to gank us, right? So that's why I placed the ward in here, because he has the blast cone and he can also Q into us, right? So that's like the most likely the place he will try to gank us from. And I auto Q auto it, right? Really good. Take the ward out. And in here we shouldn't push this hard because she's taking raptors as well. So we could ban like slow push into Drake, right? But for some reason she was rushing, I don't know why. And you know, we are basically taking the Drake right now. As I said before, this Drake should be free, they probably won't even contest. The other reason is Shaco is topside, of course. When we saw Shaco I was like, now we get this Drake, now we get this Drake, right? And it's definitely great that Shen got ganked, because Ornn is not really a win condition, Jinx win condition, Victor is the win condition. Ornn getting ganked, even if he gets a kill, you know, it's not that good, you know. It's like whatever, you know. And in here, look what I do. So none of the, neither Diana, neither the other guy has a CC, and Diana has to smite the Drake, right? So in here I step up and I Q the Scutter Scrub and I break his gigantic shield, which allows our Diana to take it out way faster, right? I also pick up the plan to refill my mana, to refill my HP. I thought Diana wants the rest, the two of them, but she didn't want them, so I just picked them up. Okay. Now in here we can freeze. Sadly Samira broke it. I was typing freeze, I was pinging to freeze, and she just breaks. But like as an AD carry you don't wanna do this. You don't wanna do this because Diana is hovering us, right? Diana is here. If we hold the freeze, they can't play the game because Diana just took Drake, she could hover us, right? And if the wave is in this state, we are holding the wave in here, they don't have enough space to even last it because Diana just collapses, right? And Jinx has still no flash, right? I think she has like some... actually it's coming back soon, right? So in here like we should then hold this freeze. There's no reason to like break it. But the problem is Samira just gonna start pushing soon. Maybe we still manage, I think we still managed to hold the wave, hopefully, right? And I wanted to reset in here, right? But as soon as I see that Jinx is here, I cancel it. Because the reason for that is just simple. If Jinx is here with Braum, they're gonna break the freeze, but if I stay, we're gonna hold into the freeze, right? And when you're freezing, you shouldn't ward this bush, or this one. In general, you want to ward in here, because Shaco then most likely gonna lane gank, right? Most of the junglers will lane gank when you're freezing close to your tower. So when you're freezing in here, the junglers can't really gank from this side or from upward, right? Most likely they will lane gank, so you wanna ward bushes. And also because Jinx or Braum would stay there to soak XP, so you can punish them, right? In some form. Actually, not this wave. I think this wave we are freezing, but there was like one wave. She broke the freeze for no reason. This wave we are actually holding it. And watch out what I do. I flash and I E, right? And it's a good trade because here's the thing. If Jinx has no flash, that's great for us. Me trading my flash for Jinx's flash is good, because look, my E is a really long ability in general, right? So if I ever connect my E on her, she does not get to disengage anymore, because she does not have flash, right? So me trading my flash is completely fine, because I can still play aggressively even without flash, but she's in more danger. So I'm a tank as well, right? She's in more danger if she does not have her own flash, right? Okay. And also Braum came back, right? And look what I do. Again, same thing. The cannon minion is here. I face tank it. So if Jinx tries to Q this, Braum tries to Q this minion, I'm face tanking it, because you don't want to give them cannons. As many cannons, as many minions you should deny with your body. If you're a tanky champion, you should even use your W if it deals too much damage. Jinx W, Jhin W, you should tank them, because it delays their item spikes. There is already a CS diff, right? Partially because I've been denying cannons with my body. Of course you can deny more minions if you can afford to lose HP in case you have refillable potions, right? Or you are really tanky. Because Jinx can't step up to auto attack this with her Q and with her rockets, right? She has to W it, or Braum has to Q it, right? And his Q is coming up. So as I said before, denying cannons means a lot, because so far I've been denying more than 100 gold, because I've been denying like 2 cannons with my body so far, which means more than 100 gold got denied. Because of me face tanking minions. In fact, lots of times they won't even use their abilities if you stay in front of a cannon or a minion, because you're in front of them, which will mind control them away from like attacking it, which means you can even spare your HP in some case scenario. So if you have refillable potions, definitely consider to tank them more, but if you don't have refillable, I wouldn't tank them too much, because refillable potions are not really useful in combat. They are good in combat, but not in this matchup, because we are too strong, so I don't necessarily need it in combat to survive. I need it against folks. And in here, Shaco could be here. There's like a small chance for that, but he has no bot side camps, right? And top is also gankable, mid not really, but we just took it, you know. We just took the risk. Shaco could be here, of course, but we just took the risk. There's like a small risk out of it, of course, but we don't have commitment issue in here. This is about drive, it's about power, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just didn't give a shit about Shaco. Because most likely what's gonna happen, Samira is gonna one-shot his box as well with her Q, so... I mean, Shaco doesn't get enough agency because of her heal, because of her flash. So it's kind of hard for Shaco to counter gank it in general, right? So we were just taking the risk, you know. There is like a small risk. Maybe if Shaco plays some boxes wherever the Jinx and the Braum is like trying to escape the wards, then maybe we would die, but that's like a big brain thing, you know. So there's like a small risk, I don't deny it. There was like a risk out of it, right? If they... And now I'm just simply ulting after the Braum, right? I couldn't Q her for some reason. But he is. I pinged her actually to eat the minions, and in here she got greedy. I should have actually ping her away because Jinx is coming, or maybe I shouldn't help her, but the thing is, this is too greedy what she's doing. She already has money for her shield bow. I do believe she has enough money for her shield bow. Is this enough? Yeah, I think she has enough gold for her shield bow. So she's now greeding, right, for no reason. She already has a shield bow, you don't need more gold, right? Because she can't even buy boots. At max she gets like a control ward, right? So now I could then ping her away because she's being too greedy, right? She's just being too greedy. I have no mana, I have no HP there. We need to back off, but there are no minions, right? And now this is awkward for her, so maybe I could ban pink her. This is like a mistake on my side as well, right? Okay. Remember, you could always be thinner, look better, right? Okay. Now in here we tell, watch out what I buy. I buy boots, cooldown boots, incredibly good on Leona. Reduces your summoner spell cooldown. Cooldown in general is good on Leona to perma CC. Cheap boots, movement speed really good. As well, it means that I walk faster than Jinx, which means that I can run her down more easily because I have 10 more movement speed, right? And now we see that Braum is topside, so it means we should shove and die for, right? Because even if I die, it's like a bows good death, right? So you're literally bows on Leona, on bot lane, right? Because if Jinx dies, she also gonna lose a wave, and she also gonna lose plates, right? And the kill gonna go to the Samira, which is quite important, right? So that's like the bows, good death on bot lane. Then your Leona bows. And here I get the ward out, and look what I do. I wrap around, I ping, right? She thinks that maybe I'm roaming mid or I'm trying to rotate for Herald. No, I'm collapsing on her, because if I go from the front, this gives her, she will walk away, you know, most likely she will walk away. But if I go from the side, there is a small chance that she thinks I'm going mid lane, right? Or I'm roaming somewhere. So it's you know, it's like a mind control, you know, it's like a game of guessing, right? So like if I go from the front, I feel like she's gonna 100% walk away. If I go from the side, maybe she thinks I'm going mid lane, right? Or maybe she thinks I'm doing something else, setting up some wards. So from my opinion, it's better to collapse from this side, right? It's like my opinion. So honestly, in there I had a mistake. I shouldn't even E in. I should ban W and walk to the side of this. No, actually Samira kinda got exhausted though. I'm not even sure. Maybe I could ban just ult her and walk to the side, but she got exhausted, which is kinda awkward. But we pick her up anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, it is fine. I almost took a tower shot there. Yeah, so I even E the wave so she can... Oh, I didn't E. Because I wanna get the cannon, yeah. So Shaco is here, so I ping her, right? Shaco accidentally heralded because muscle memory oracle, right? And now we pick the kill up. We pick the kill, right? Pick up the Jinx. And we pick up the herald as well, of course, right? Then I guess nothing happens. So we have an insane advantage on Samira, which means we can pick up every single objective, such as Drake, Baron. We are insanely ahead. We have Shen's ultimate as well to secure this type of objectives, which in general means these objectives are not really contestable. Or even if they try to contest, it's extremely risky, because they're too behind, right? Jinx is nowhere with her items, so... And look, I'm hiding in a bush, I'm oracling it to see if it's warded, and now I will recommit. And it doesn't matter, by the way, like, don't be scared, you know.